Namaste and hello. I have a gold star class today, and they are the men and women, very beautiful people up in Montreal, Canada. I know that you see this series in different parts of Canada. Hello, especially to Eric and Joyce. I'd love it if you were watching today. Bless you both. Today I'm going to use a mat, so if you will get your exercise mat, and we're going to continue on working with different body parts and kind of just keep building. This is what this series is about. I kind of build building blocks. I go from one step to another step to another step, because obviously in yoga, which is what this class is about, we can't do everything in the full half hour, so I kind of have to give bits and pieces. I'm often asked, what is yoga about? What does it mean to me? And I'm always interested in my answer because it constantly changes. And I think if I have a definition for this day, it's yoga gives you the tools for wellness. And wellness seems to be an important subject, and a rather fascinating subject really throughout the planet today, that so many men and women like you and myself are really interested in wellness and how to keep our health through diet, through exercise, through breathing, through learning how to relax, through proper thinking. And that wonderful tool of awareness of self. And it's not a preoccupation of self in a morbid way. It's just rather fascinating, because you're a very interesting person. You're a very interesting man. You're a very interesting woman. And it's a wonderful, joyous journey is to find out the question of who am I and why am I here and what am I made up of? And that awareness can start right here in Hatha Yoga. Just rub your hands together for a moment, all right? And then stop for a moment and feel, what does this feel like? What am I aware of in the palm of my hand? Is it warm or is it cool? How do your hands feel? Tingly, sensation, okay, just hold on to that. And just the awareness, just bring one arm across your chest and just sort of pat your shoulders. And then go on the other side and pat the shoulders. And then stop, pause, feel what it feels like. Is it warm or is it cool in the shoulder area? Do you feel any difference in the muscles, for instance, of your shoulder than your upper arm? Certainly there is. It's that kind of awareness that begins to sharpen inside of us. And then you can become aware of, am I breathing deeply today? You know, am I upset, and is my breath short? What about my thinking? What's the content of my thinking? And we begin to notice how much negative thinking we perhaps is going on unconsciously, and then we can do something about that. You can do something about your thoughts and your thinking if you wish to. Let's do now a Cobra pose cold, absolutely cold turkey, all right? Just lie on your abdomen, and I'm going to do it with very little direction, but I want you to feel how this pose feels now, and then we'll do it again at the end of the class, and then you can see what's happening inside of you. Just place your arms alongside of your breastbone, and this is not, I'm giving very little directions here. I'm going to give much more as the class goes on. Bring your legs together and place your forehead on your mat or your floor. And then slowly just let your nose and your chin just slightly scrape or just trace your mat, and then applying just slight pressure to the hands, come up, just arching the spine, just slightly, keep the hip bones on your floor, and lifting and breathing. What does the body feel like? Does it flow easily? Just be the observer, and then come down slowly. Feel a different awareness. How does your lower back feel? All right, now bring your chin, your nose, and your forehead to your mat. Now, how does your back feel? How did the spinal column feel? Did it feel flexible and flowing? Well, most probably not. I've warmed up a little bit, but I think if my body was cold, it never feels too flowing in the beginning. Let's warm up now. We'll start by rolling up your mat, all right? And this can be a mat or a blanket or a pillow. And if you watched our wall yoga segments that we've been doing, you can put your chest or stretch your chest, the spine, there we go, over the top of the arm of your sofa. But I'm going to just make a nice firm roll now. And I hope you can do the same. Just do something, either with a pillow or a chair with no arms, and then just stretch over the top of it. Just stretch your spine over the top of it. I place this roll now against the seat, and I'm going to just lean back slowly, my spine just leaning back. It should feel nice. And if by some chance you have a neck problem, put your hand behind the back of your head, and then just drop the head back, and you have control over your upper neck. And then just rest for a moment in this position. I'd like it, if you can, just to bring the arms over your head, and they'll stretch even more across the chest and the ribs. And inhale and stretch the arms. Exhale and just relax. At first, it doesn't feel too comfortable, but it will as the muscles stretch out. There should be no discomfort in the lower back. Nice breath again. Inhaling. And now just exhaling, put the hands behind the back of your head, and then come up into a sitting position. That stretch can be held for 2 or 3 minutes or longer, whatever is comfortable for you. All right, just roll out your mat now. And we're going to now continue on with warming up your spinal column, because we're going to work on a deeper awareness of your Cobra pose today. And it's a very important posture. And let's continue on now with a rock and roll that makes the spine feel good. And just come up into your sitting position, all right? And just bring the hands behind the back of your thighs, and we're going to roll up just into the shoulders. All right, take a breath, inhale. Exhale, round the back, and then come up to your sitting position. Again, inhaling, remember to breathe now. Exhale, back just to shoulders, and then come up. And again, back, exhaling, inhaling up. Exhale, come on, Eric, back, inhaling up. And one more time, exhale, back, and inhaling, come up. So we're starting that warming up process of the spine. Now just cross the ankles, all right, and reach around with your hands. Reach around the knees and hold on now to your instep. You're going to inhale and exhale, come forward and forward and forward. Exhaling, and just let's with the breath go out with the breath. And now a sniffing breath as you sit up. Sniff, 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 sniff. Little steps. Exhale out with a ha. Ha. Out, 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 out. Apply pressure to your feet. Good. And then sniffing breath again. Up, 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 up. And then let the air now just flow quietly out through the nose. Out and out and out. A beginning way to work with your spine would be something that I call the Phoenix, which is a way to work. I think I'll go slightly sideways here. Is a way to work with your upper spine and to become aware of, using this awareness, that when you're in postures or when you're in poses, there should be no discomfort at all in the body, no pain. And to listen to that, if there is discomfort, how can you adopt the posture or move it around a little bit? First, in this Cobra pose, a building block that keeps this posture safe is tilting your pelvis. And it's just come onto your elbows. All right, just come onto the elbows. Your tummy is on your mat. And I'm going to ask you to tighten the buttock muscle and just roll. It's like you're trying to roll the coccyx down towards your mat. And the hips roll, the hips right here, roll upwards. All right, and then you relax. This is the pelvic tilt from this position. Do this again. Inhaling. Exhale. Tighten your buttock muscle and just roll the hips under. The pubis rolls under. Tighten the seat muscle, and then again, relax. What that does for you is when you're arching back, this creates the space in your lower back, creates the space between the vertebrae. Come onto your elbows now, and let's just drop the head. The fingertips are forward, and this is called the Phoenix pose. It's very easy as this Cobra starts now to work as it should in the upper back. And your feet are together or slightly apart, and stretch the legs back. Now raise your forehead, your nose, and your chin. And just start pressing down in the hands, but keep the elbows on your mat and the shoulders relaxed. Now tilt the pelvis. Tilt. Tilt. Keep lifting now. Keep lifting the breastbone up. Keep lifting, and then lower the chin, the nose, and the forehead. You are lifting from the back of your head. It's like you're lifting from the back of your head, not a very big constriction on these delicate vertebrae of your upper neck. Let's try this again. All right, onto your elbows, your hands, fingertips facing forward, and then slowly lift your forehead, nose, and chin. And this gives a light little flexibility to that upper neck, but it's very gentle. Now lifting with the back of your head, pressing with the hands, and lifting with your breastbone. Keep lifting and tuck the pelvis. Tighten it, tighten the buttock muscle. Keep lifting, but notice the pelvis is on the floor, and then tuck in your chin, your nose, and your forehead. You should be feeling the muscles from the waist up, and you should not be feeling any pressure in your lower back. Let's go now in the opposite direction. This is important to go in one direction with the spine, then the other. Place your weight on your hands. Just weight on your hands. Come up onto the knees, and let's just sit on the knees, and rather sit on your heels and stretch the arms and reach. And reach. Good, keep going, reaching, stretching with the arms, reaching. Good, keep stretching, and then come back down onto your mat. And we can breathe now when you're on your abdomen. Just make a pillow out of your hands and feet well apart. This rests the lower back. You're going to inhale, and as you inhale, push your abdomen against your mat, inhaling. Keep going. Feel the complete breath now from this position. Let your ribs expand, upper chest expand. Good, and then slowly and smoothly out and out and out. Good. And now I'd like you to rest and just take a few complete breaths. And really let yourself rest the shoulders, the lower back, the legs. I hope that your feet are well apart. This will help you to rest the hip area and your lower back. And let's continue on now with your Phoenix pose. It's just a little variation of the Phoenix position. And keep your awareness, keep very sensitive to the awareness of the different changes in your body with these postures. Let's come on to the elbows once again, palms of the hands. You know the Phoenix in Egypt? Hands, very regal. And what it isn't is this. Look, I can't even talk when I put my head back like this. It's not this. I don't want a big constriction in your upper neck, so it's not that. And you know when you put your head back like that, that's not the time to talk because your vocal cords are all stretched out. So be aware now of what muscles you're using as you start again with the Phoenix and how you're doing it and as little tension in the pose as possible. All right, just drop your forehead towards your mat, your back, feel the back of your head, and lift the back of the head, the forehead, the nose, and the chin. Right now I'm applying pressure to my hands and to my elbows as I lift the breastbone, but everything stays right on the mat as I lift. Tighten the buttock muscle, keep lifting, good, and then drop your chin, your nose, and your forehead, and relax the buttock muscle. Now inhaling, and just little breaths really, just lift the nose, the chin, feel the back of your head and the freedom in your neck. Now look over your right shoulder and look over, I'm looking over my left, so why don't we do it like that? Look over your left shoulder to the heel of your left foot, back to your center, inhaling. And now look over your right shoulder to your right foot, back to your center. Good, and then tuck in your chin, your nose, and your forehead. Now I'd like you to put the weight on your hands once again on either side of your ribs and come up into a table position, and just you're going to round the back like a cat, and then just release any tension from your lower back. Let the lower back sag for a second, chin upwards. And now round your back like a cat, exhaling, and then lift the chin. Today is work with the spine day. All right, now bring the thumbs together, knees together for your dog wag as you go from side and center side. Now I'd like you to just wag the tail to the left and feel right in the waist. Feel right in the waist a squeeze as you look around your left shoulder. What's happening is Of course, your spine now is going in a different direction, and we're increasing the blood supply to your spinal column. Go in the other direction. Good. Other direction. Look way around over your right shoulder, back to your center, and then to the other side as you go from side, center, side. Open the hands up now for good balance. Opening the hands a little bit wider so the palms are directly beneath your shoulders. Now stretch your right leg back behind you. Stretch it back behind you. And lift it, strengthening your lower back as you lift and lift. Now, can you try to bring the pelvic bones so that they're parallel to your mat? And shift the weight to your right hand. Slowly lift the left arm so it's close to your left ear, and lift right up out of your shoulders. Lift and hold, keep breathing, and have your gaze be about a foot in front of you. Relax the back of your neck, keep breathing, and then bring both knees together and sit on the heels of your feet and stretch any tension out in your lower back. Stretch, it should feel really good. Come back up now into your table position. This is a back strengthener. And again, keep your awareness, and when you begin to feel that the muscles tighten, how do I release that tightness, etc. Stretch the back left leg now. Just like an animal stretches in the morning. Lift the left leg. That's my leg that I'm working on, the left leg. All right, keep breathing. And here you can feel probably the backs of the muscles of your lower back as you're holding, you're breathing. Now just very slowly, just shift the weight to your left hand and lift the right arm, lifting so it's close to your right ear, and lifting, lift. Keep lifting, relax the back of your neck, keep holding if you can, keep breathing, have your gaze be in front of you, keep breathing, and then place the weight on the hands once again, and sit on the heels, and then just open the knees up now. This is the open leaf position. Just open your knees up as you're sitting, and then just place the forehead on your mat, and bring your hands now behind you, and just lightly pummel your lower back. This removes any tension. Now be sure that you're not on your spine, but you're on the muscles on either side of your vertebra. And now lie down, and let's do this now with awareness. Lie down on your mat, feet well apart, and rest for a moment. Taking a complete breath from this position. And really let yourself sink deeply into your mat. Take a breath now, exhaling the air out. And inhale slowly. And as you breathe in, feel the complete breath from a different way. You're pushing your abdomen against your mat, the mid-chest, the upper chest. Feel it all expand, and then exhale from the top, the middle, and as you go into the lower lobes of the lungs, you tighten the abdominal muscles slightly. Fine. Just resting, taking another complete breath as you breathe in. Exhale smoothly out and out and out. Taking a minute vacation. Alrighty, let's go in now into a Cobra warm-up. Still working with the spine. The Cobra warm-up is to strengthen your upper back. We have enough flexibility in the cervical curve. We really have a lot of flexibility in the lumbar curve, but it's the point between those two curves that I'm talking about that we want to help go in the opposite direction. It helps that round-shoulderedness and the dowager's hump partially, although that's not the whole case with that problem. But it will help to increase the flexibility of your spine. And this is a hard area to get to right here. So just bring your legs together, feet together. Place your forehead now on your mat. And just looking down now, the front of your shirt. Now, why do I do that? I do that because to stretch out the upper neck as I stretch it out, pulling the shoulders down from your ears. And now placing the hands behind you, your elbows, your arms are on the palms are upwards, all right? The palms are upwards. And your arms are close to your body, your feet are together, raise your forehead, your nose, and your chin. Tighten the buttock muscle. And inhale, lift, lift, and lift. Keep lifting the chest off of your mat, and then lower your chest, your chin, your nose, and your forehead. All these exercises are wonderful if you have a normal lower backache. That does not mean really difficult problems. It means a normal lower backache. Again, now let's place the hands behind. Look here if you will, because I'd like you to clasp your hands together so the thumbs are right between the buttock muscles. Palms are facing one another. All right, now forehead on your mat once again. Watch that the shoulders stay down from your ears as you raise your forehead, your nose, your chin. Little breaths now as you breathe. Contract the buttock muscles. Stretch the back of the legs. Now straighten your arms and just keep the hands going towards the heels of your feet. Lift your chest. Lift and lift. Keep lifting. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you lift with the back of your head. Good, and then come down. Release the arms. And now tuck in your chin, your nose, and your forehead. Could you feel the muscles above your waist? That's what we want to make stronger. Wonderful exercise, because you can't use your hands. You cannot get into the lower back too quickly. You've got to use the muscles of your chest and your upper back. One more warm-up. All right, still with me? All right, place your forehead once again on your mat, and I just can't tell you enough is that I want to create a freedom and a space in your shoulders here, of your neck, keeping the area between your earlobe and your shoulders nice and free. Lift with the back of your head, no constriction on your upper neck. All right, now place the palms of the hands again on your mat. Correction. And clasp your hands together. Forehead on your mat. Now lift the forehead, the nose, the chin. Now stretch with your arms, hands towards the heels of your feet. Lift. Now lift the arms all the way up. Lift and lift. Lift with the back of your head again. Lift with your chest and then come down rib by rib and then release your arms, chin, nose, forehead. Now place your hands directly beneath your collarbone, fingertips towards the wall in front of you. And pull your shoulders down from your ears. Look down the front of your shirt. Raise your forehead, your nose, and your chin. Lift with the back of the head. Now here, tuck the pelvis as we slowly lift now. Each rib as it starts to raise off of your mat. And when you come just where the hips come off, again, tuck the pelvis firmly. Now lift with your breastbone. Here we have no discomfort now in this lower back. Use the pelvic tilt. When you're up and the hip bones are just slightly coming off the mat, tilt the pelvis and keep lifting. The coccyx rolls downwards as you lift. As you lift the breastbone, Bhujangasana, and then slowly come down. Don't rush. Little breaths as you come down. Down vertebra at a time. Then tuck in. After the chest isn't the mat, tuck in your chin, your nose, and your forehead. And just rest for a moment, feet well apart, and just take a minute vacation again. Observe the effect of the pose upon your body, your spine, your lower back, upper back, pelvis. Take a deep breath now as I'm talking. The building block here is your pelvic tilt. Many different pieces to the Cobra puzzle, but this pelvic tilt will keep the back free from discomfort. Let's try it one more time. Hands are approximately parallel to your breastbone. Your forehead is on your mat. Shoulders down from your ears. Raise your forehead, your nose, and your chin, lifting with the back of the head. Use as little on the hands as you can as you slowly arching back. And then apply pressure to the hands. Tilt the pelvis. Lift with your breastbone. Keep your hips on your mat. Lift. No, keep lifting. Keep the back free from pain as you then slowly come down. And if you feel discomfort there, come down an inch or so. Just put your chest down a little bit. And tuck in your chin, nose, and then come up onto your hands and sit on the heels and reach once again in your mecha pose. Reach and reach. Keep stretching the lower back, stretching out any tension that occasionally happens. And you come up into your sitting position. And let's just relax for a moment in your sitting position. There's no reason why we have to be flat out all the time. Just place the hands upon the knees. And take a minute vacation. Become aware of how to relax sitting up. Focus the attention on the arms and your face and your neck and your shoulder area. Taking a nice complete breath, inhaling slowly and smoothly. Just feel like that umbrella on the inside of your ribs is opening up, and exhaling out any tension from the shoulder area, from the cheeks or around the eyes. Just let it flow out your fingertips, just like rivers of light. And now focus your attention upon your pelvis and your chest. Suggest that they relax. The skin, the vertebra of your spine, and then just let's release any tension and just let it flow out your toes of your feet. Again, a complete breath. Exhaling the air out through the nostrils, out. Feel the relaxation and the quietness of your mind as you draw the air in. Energy into your body, lightness, well-beingness into the body. And as you exhale this to every cell of the body, right to every single cell of your body, what can you take now from this class into your daily life? That's what it's about. I hope you'll be with me next class. We have a lot of fun planned. Very interesting class. I'll see you then, and thank you. Thank you for being here. Namaste.